Hello students, welcome to Rankers Club. In this session we will be discussing most expected questions of history for the defense examination. Let us start with the first question. First question, which of the following sites of Indus Valley Civilization does not have evidence of Mother Goddess image? I am repeating the question. Which of the following sites of Indus Valley Civilization does not have evidence of Mother Goddess image? And the option on the sites are 1. Chenhudaro, 2. Mohenjo-daro, 3. Harappa, 4. Kalibangan, 5. Lothal. And the options A 1, 3 and 4 only. 1, 3 and 4 only. B 2 and 3 only. C only 4. D 1 and 5. So which sites are not having evidence of Mother Goddess image? Chenhudaro and Lothal. That is option D. You know your answers? Chenhudaro and Lothal. Okay, let us see with the question. Right? So what we are asking in the question, we are asking question about the archaeological evidences of Indus Valley Civilization mixed with the religion of Indus Valley Civilization. Right? See, in the Indus Valley Civilization, we are not having any particular form of religion. Right? There are no evidences for religion, but we are having evidences for the practice of religion. That is religious practice, because Indus Valley people worship the nature, right? They worship the nature and they also worship the forms of nature. The most important deity of Indus Valley Civilization was Mother Goddess image. The most important deity was Mother Goddess image. Now, what is Mother Goddess image? Mother Goddess image is the image of a nude female. From the navel of this nude female, we have something called as a tree, right? From the navel of the nude female, we have something called as a tree. That means mother is hiding agriculture in her womb. So, as mother gives pregnancy, gives birth to the child like pregnancy, in the same way mother is giving agriculture to the world. That means mother is very important. Without mother there is no agriculture. Right? And this image is found in almost all the cities of Indus Valley Civilization. See, generally where people will worship, where people are living more in the civilizations, people will be worshipping. Right? In the cities, if we see the cities, first one, okay, keep Chenhudaro aside because it is not an regular city. We'll take the city Mohenjo-daro, right? If we take the city Mohenjo-daro, already we know that Mohenjo-daro is an example of entertainment town. If Mohenjo-daro is example of entertainment town, that is normal people are living in Mohenjo-daro. And what is the third one? Third thing is Harappa. Harappa is an example of storage town. Again, normal civilization is present in the Harappa. Lothal is an example of trading town. If it is trading town, again normal civilization is present in Lothal, but we have a city called as Kalibangan. Kalibangan is a very good example of industrial town. See, in Indus Valley Civilization, people gave very importance for the environment, right? See, in the industries we'll be having factories. If there are factories will produce something called as pollution, right? If factories are producing pollution, in the cities of industries we'll be not having common civilization. That means no townships are present in normal civilization. Townships are present in Kalibangan, right? Why it is called as Kalibangan? Kali means black, Bangan means bangle. So in Kalibangan we are having bangle factory. But Kalibangan is example of the industrial town. That means Kalibangan is not having any normal civilization. If normal civilization is not present, Mother Goddess image will also be not present. So Chenhudaro is one of the town like Mohenjo-daro. Chenhudaro, Mohenjo-daro both are equal type of towns. So answer will be Kalibangan, that is option C, only 4. Right? See, this is what we should discuss in this examination point of view. In the examination point of view, we will be very hurried to give the answer. Right? But we should never be hurried to give the answer. You should know the concept. Before solving the question, think about the concept. Why there is no Mother Goddess? Why there is no Mother Goddess? Because there is no common civilization. See, answer will be simple. So what is the answer? Answer is C, only 4. This type of questions are mostly asked in the UPSC and higher level examination, that is civil services, CDS, and all higher level examination, this type of questions will be asked. Are we clear? Right? So we'll be going to the second question. Right? Second question is the question in the form of statements. Right? That means they will be giving 2 to 3 statements, and you should be choosing correct statement from this options. So write the question. Consider the following statements. Consider the following statements. First one. Domestication of animals started in Indus Valley civilization. First statement is domestication of animals started in Indus Valley civilization. Started in Indus Valley civilization. Second statement. Early Vedic age, that is EVA, early Vedic age and Indus Valley civilization. Early Vedic age and Indus Valley civilization were approximately having same culture and civilization. And statement 3. The decline of IBC. Statement 3. The decline of IBC is because of Aryan invasion. And statement 4. Aryans settled along the deserted sites of Indus Valley. Which of the above statements are correct? A. Only 1 and 4. B. 1, 2 and 4 only. 1, 2 and 4 only. C. Only 4. D. 2 and 4 only. Yeah. From the first page, give the answer. Read the question and give the answer. That is option D. Very good. Any other? One, 2 and 4. Any other? 1 and 4. Okay, let us see with the statement. Right? See what is the first statement? Domestication of animals started in Indus Valley civilization. Right? But we all know that Indus Valley people gave very much importance to the agriculture. In agriculture, ox and bull are very, very important animals, right? But ox and bull are not considered domesticated animals. They are considered as rearing animals, right? See what is domestication? Domestication is living along with the animals, right? What is domestication? For example, which animals will be domesticating? Will be domesticating animals like cat, dog, right? Now see, we will not use cat and dog for any purpose. See, we will be living along with cat, we will be along with dog. So Indus Valley people are not having, people gave much importance to rearing but not for domestication. In particular, domestication was present in the primitive ages, right? In the Paleolithic, Mesolithic, more people were living along with the animals in the caves. In the Paleolithic and Mesolithic, people are living along with the animals in the caves. That means domestication was present much before Indus Valley civilization. So statement 1 is wrong. Statement 2. Early Vedic age and IVC, that is Indus Valley civilization, were approximately having same culture and civilization, right? See, this is the question comparison between early Vedic age and Indus Valley civilization. See, Vedic age is from, actually it is from 1500 BC to 600 BC, right? It is divided into two sectors. One is early Vedic age and second one is later Vedic age, that is 1500 BC to 1000 BC, and this is from 1000 BC to 600 BC, right? See, this is the age where we are having all the social events, all the practices, all the rituals, and all the original form of Hinduism was present in later Vedic age. But what is early Vedic age? Early Vedic age is the original culture of Aryan civilization, in where Rig Veda was given, right? The book Rig Veda was given. That means early Vedic was not having any caste discrimination, early Vedic was not having any racial discrimination, early Vedic was not having any gender discrimination, right? The same things are present in Indus Valley. Indus Valley was not having caste, Indus Valley was not having gender discrimination, Indus Valley was not having any importance of religion. That means early Vedic age and Indus Valley are approximately they are having same culture, and see, we are not saying completely they are having same culture, we are saying approximately. See, be very careful with the word approximately. If the word approximately present is on like 90% of the chances that the statement will be correct, because in approximately 1% will be coming, 99% will be coming, right? So be very careful with the word approximately, and this type of words are mostly used in the UPSC examination. So second statement is correct. What is the third statement? Third statement is decline of IVCs because of RN invasion, and this is 100% wrong statement. Why it is wrong statement? Till today, the scriptures of IVC are not deciphered, because the scriptures of IVC are written in Boster-Feder. We are not understanding the script of Boster-Feder. Right? As scriptures are not deciphered, we don't know how IVC was completely declined, because there are many theories for the decline of IVC. Some people say IVC people decline because of earthquake, some say because of flood, some say because of meteor shower, and some say because of exterior invasion. Right? So we are not having clear proof that RNs invaded IVC. That means statement 3 is wrong. But statement 4. What is statement 4? Aryans settled along the deserted sites of Indus Valley. Right? See, when was Indus Valley came into decline? Indus Valley declined in 1750 BC. When Aryans came to India, in 1500 BC. That means from 1700 BC to 1500 BC, there was no agriculture in the areas of Indus Valley sites. That means no people were present on the areas of Indus Valley, but there were agricultural lands and there were houses. That means they settled. Who settled? Aryans settled on the Sapta-Sindhu region. Sapta-Sindhu region is nothing but Indus Valley set. So statement 4 is correct. Because see, Aryans settled on the deserted sites of IVC, because there are no people living in IVC. So statement 4 is correct, and right is answer. Option is option D. Very good, Kalyan. Keep it up. But see, this type of thinking is very, very important in the examination. Again, I am saying, don't be hurried to give an answer. Don't be hurried to give an answer. It will cost you a lot. But are we clear? We'll go to the next question. Next question is match the following. This type of questions are compulsory in the Vedic civilization. Right. See, list 1 and list 2. We are having list 2. In the list 1, first list is A. Asura, B. Arsa, B. Arsa, 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 C. Rakshasa, D. Gandhara. C. Rakshasa and D. Gandhara. Right? In the list 2, 1. Marriage by gifting cow to bride's father. Marriage by gifting cow to bride's father. 2. Buying girls in market. 3. Love marriage. 4. Marriage by selection. Quickly match the answer. And then what we are asking in the question? Question is about which topic? Marriages of the Vedic civilization. Very good. Right. So in the question we are asking marriages for the Vedic civilization. In Vedic civilization we are having 8 types of marriages. According to Sanatana Dharma we are having 8 types of marriages. In the 8 types of marriages, first 4 are positive marriages accepted by Brahmanism. Second 4 are negative marriages not accepted by Brahmanism. Right? In the list which we are given, we are having 1 positive marriage and 3 negative marriages. Right? See, if we go by this concept, we are having if we go by this concept, right? In the question, how many positive marriages we are having? 1 positive marriage and 3 negative marriage. Now what I am trying to explain here is, see, without knowing the concept also you can solve this type of match the following. Right? If it is 1 positive type of thing, see the list 2. In the list 2, which is positive? Marriage by gifting cow to the bride. See, buying girls is negative. Love marriage, if you accept, if you don't accept, love marriage is considered as a negative marriage. And 4th one is marriage by selection. Again, it is a negative marriage. Only 1 positive thing we are having. That means marriage. So, which is the positive marriage in list 1? Arsa is the positive marriage in the list 1. So Asa will be matching with the 1. That is B is for 1. And what is the option? Is the A? Asura. See what is Asura? Asura means non-heroic. Non-heroic means, see, buying of girls in market will be called as Asura marriage. That is A is for 2. Right? And Rakshasa. Rakshasa is marriage by selection. Rakshasa is marriage by selection. And D, Gandharva. Gandharva is the love marriage. So what is the correct answer? A, 2, B, 1, C, 4, and D is for 3. Are we clear? So the correct answer is option C. The correct answer is option C. We'll move to the next question. Fourth question. Right. Consider the following statement. Again a statement oriented question. Consider the following statements. Right. But see, in this, in the general knowledge, this is the most beautiful thing. Without knowing the concept also, we can easily guess the answer. Not guessing the answer, we can easily know the answer by removing the negative answers. By removing the unknown things from the question. Right? This is a very beautiful thing of general knowledge. So see, to write the general knowledge question, concept is not compulsory. What is compulsory? Technique and knowledge is compulsory. Are we clear? So consider the following statement. Fourth question. First one. Even though Gautam Buddha and Mahavir Jain, even though Gautam Buddha and Mahavir Jain are contemporary, Buddhism is older than Jainism. Buddhism is older than Jainism. Buddhism is older than Jainism. Statement 2. The concept of Jainism is, statement 2, the concept of Jainism is Shadvada. The concept of Jainism is Shadvada. Whereas Buddhism revolves around Madhya Margam. Be very careful. Which of the above statements are wrongly stated? Be very careful with this word, because generally we will take into consideration which of the above statements are correctly stated, but here we are asking which of the above statements are wrongly stated, right? No. A only 1, B only 2, C both 1 and 2, D none. Any other answers? Very good. Okay, let us see with this. Question. First statement: even though Gautam Buddha and Mahavir Jain are contemporary, Buddhism is older than Jainism. Right? Why this is wrong, Kalyan? Right. See, Gautam Buddha and Mahavir Jain both are born in. Gautam Buddha and Mahavir Jain both are born somewhere around 6th century BC. If we see by the age, Buddha is elder than Mahavir Jain. If we see by the age, Buddha is elder than Mahavir Jain, that is Jain is younger than Buddha. But if we see by the religion, what is religion? Buddhism and Jainism. If we see by the religion, Jainism is not the new religion, whereas Buddhism is a completely new sect given by Lord Buddha, but Jainism is not the new sect. Jainism is the extension of Tirthankara. Right? Jainism is extension of Tirthankara. Tirthankara was given by a person called as Rishabhanath. Tirthankara is given by a person called as Rishabhanath. And who is Rishabhanath? Rishabhanath is the person who established Mahishmati dynasty. So Mahishmati is much older as Vedic civilization, because Mahishmati dynasty is found in Vedic civilization, and the person who established Mahishmati is Rishabhanath, and the same Rishabhanath gave something called as Tirthankara. That means Tirthankara is as old as Hinduism, and Jainism is as old as Tirthankara. That means see, Jainism is equal to Tirthankara and Tirthankara is equal to Hinduism. That means A is equal to B, B is equal to C. What will happen? A is equal to C. Jainism is as older as Hinduism. So statement 1 is wrong. In the statement 1, first part is correct, the second part is wrong. Buddhism is younger than Jainism. Are we clear? On second statement. The concept of Jainism is Shadvada, whereas Buddhism revolves around Madhya Marga. Is this statement correct? This statement correct? This statement is 100% correct because Jainism objects everything. What is Shadvada? Objecting everything. Jainism objects everything. Everything is wrong in Jainism, right? To drink, to eat, to sleep, everything is wrong in Jainism. What Buddha is saying? Always stay in the middle path. The only path of salvation is staying in the middle path. So how we should remember? We can remember this. I'll give the example of the middle path. See, I'll give you example of this Shadvada and Madhya Marga. People asked Jain, was really God was present? Was the really God was existent? That means there is a question of existence of God to Jain and Buddha, right? When there is a question of existence to both Jain and Buddha, Jain said that there is no God. He completely accepted that God is not present. But Buddha did not say God is present, but Buddha also did not say God is absent. That means Buddha did not say yes, Buddha did not say no. Buddha was silent on the question of God. Why? Because even Buddha don't know really God was there or not. So this will be called as Madhya Marga. What is Madhya Marga? Not saying yes, not saying no, and this will lead to salvation. So statement 2 is correct. So what is the answer? Answer is only one is wrong. Again, don't be hurried to give the answer. Again, statement, fifth question. Let us move on to the fifth question. So are you writing your scores? Kalyan, what is your score up now? The score is 2. Teja? Be careful. Shilpa? Be careful. Right? Match the fifth question is match the following. Match the following. List 1. List 1. List 1. Buddha. That is A. Buddha. B. Alexander. B. Alexander. C. Ashoka. C. Ashoka. D. Maharana Pratap Singh. D. Maharana Pratap Singh. So I am seeing smiles on their faces. That means you know the answer without completing the question. List, very good, Kalyan. List 2. List 2. First one Chetak. First one Chetak. Second Pavan. P-A-W-N. Pavan. Third Blucephalus. Blucephalus. And 4 Kantaka. 4 Kantaka. 4 Kantaka. Quickly match the question. One, four, two, three. Oh. 3, 1, 2. 3, 1. 3, 2, 4. Buddha Kantaka. Buddha Kantaka. That is A is for 4. Alexander is Blucephalus. Ashoka Pavan. Maharana Pratap Singh. Chetak. Okay, let us see with the question. See, in this, the question is between greatest personalities of the history and their horses, right? But in the history, we will be having 4 important horses. Compulsory there will be question from this horses. See, all these horses played a very major role. But if we see the question, in the question, see, Buddha is an Indian name, Ashoka is an Indian name, and Maharana Pratap Singh is an Indian name. But Alexander is not an Indian name, Alexander is a Greek name, right? As Indians see the horses, Chetak is an Indian name, Pavan is an Indian name, Kantaka is an Indian name, but Blucephalus is a foreign name. That means Alexander horse is Blucephalus. But B is for 3. If we go by the options, if B is for 3, in the options only option B is having B is for 3. So answer is 4, 3, 2, 1. So no need to check the other questions. See, this type of questions are very easy questions if you know the concept. And they will be very typical questions if you don't know the concept. So be very careful with the concept and knowledge, right? Okay. If I go into depth of this question, see, Kantaka is the horse of Buddha. Why it is important? And even symbol of Buddhism is Kantaka, that is horse. Because when Buddha came out of the house to do his penance, Kantaka died out of heart failure. That means Kantaka died out of grief. So when Buddha left Kantaka, Kantaka died out of grief. So horse is very important in Buddhism, and Bucephalus. Alexander is the only person who rode Bucephalus, and Bucephalus is the most masculine horse. It is nearly 12 feet height, right? And Ashoka was converted to Buddhism on the back of horse called as Pavan, and Ashoka's horse is Pavan. And we have a horse called as Chetak, the most important horse in the history, because in the present day we are having a scooter called as Bajaj Chetak, right? See, the first scooter which is manufactured in India was named on the Chetak because Chetak saved the life of Maharana Pratap Singh. In the second battle of Taran, Muhammad Ghori defeated Prithviraj Chauhan by using new war tactics. Of the right. See, here we are discussing about the second battle of Taran, that is 1192. In 1191 we have something called as Battle of Taran 1, and 1192 we have something called as Battle of Taran 2. In the Battle of Taran 1, Prithviraj Chauhan defeated Muhammad Ghori. In Battle of Taran 2, Muhammad Ghori defeated Prithviraj Chauhan. Because for the first battle, Muhammad Ghori came without any preparation, but for the second thing, Muhammad Ghori saw the defeat from the Prithviraj Chauhan. Hence, he came with a new tactic which is unknown by the Prithviraj Chauhan. So, first statement is correct, because Muhammad Ghori used new tactics of Turks which was not known by Prithviraj Chauhan. So, first statement is correct. Second statement. Delhi was constructed as Delhi Ka Puram Fort by Tomars before the entry of Islam in India, right? See, why we are discussing about Islam? Because in India, Islam ruled from 1206 to 1857. All the emperors ruled from fort called as Delhi. That means generally we will be considering Delhi is constructed by Muslims. But before Muslims came to India, Delhi was constructed by a Rajput clan called as Tomar. Delhi was constructed by a Rajput clan called as Tomar, and they named this city as Delhi Ka Puram. So Delhi Ka Puram or Delhi Fort is not an Islam fort, it is a fort which was constructed by Hindus before entry of Islam in India. Again, second statement is correct, and the final statement right. This final statement is about the battlegrounds of Panipat and Taran. Right. See, in the medieval history, these two battlegrounds, that is Panipat and Taran, played a very major role, and most importantly, these battlegrounds hosted many of the battles. For example, in Panipat we are having 3 famous battles, in Taran we are having 2 famous battles. Right? Why these two battlegrounds played a very major role in the medieval history? Because they were present in the strategic location between Asia as well as India. Right? If any Asian invaders are coming into India, so they fought the battles on the outskirts of India, because these two were present on the outskirts of India. Hence, their strategic location played a very major role in the battles in medieval history. That means, see, all the statements which are correct, all the statements are correct. So, answer will be D. All 1, 2 and 3. Let us move on to the next question. See, next question is this question is a very important question, because this question based on the chronology. Right? Generally in the history, these questions are very frequent questions and very important questions. In this question, let us see the question. Arrange the following dynasties in chronological order. Now, what we are asking? We are asking chronological order. What is chronology? Chronology is according to the date, right? Arrange the following dynasties from starting to beginning. That is the other way of the question. So what are the options given? 1 Tughlaqs, 2 Lodis, 3 Mughals, 4 Sayyid, 5 Khilji and 6 slaves. Let us arrange them in the chronological order. See, again, Muslims ruled our country from 1206 to 1857. From 1206 to 1857, 2 sets of Muslims ruled our country. One will be Sultans and second will be Mughals. One will be Sultans and second will be Mughals. Sultans ruled from 1206 to 1526 and Mughals ruled from 1526 to 1857. See, Mughals is a complete dynasty. Mughal is a single dynasty, so Mughals are not having any other branches, but Sultans are having 5 branches. Sultans are having 5 families. First family is Slave, which ruled from 1206 to 1290, which was established by Qutbuddin Aibak. Second family was Khilji, which ruled from 1290 to 1320, which was established by Jalaluddin Khilji. And third family was Tughlaq. and third family was Tughlaq, which ruled from 1320 to 1414. Third family was Tughlaq, which ruled from 1320 to 1414. Fourth family was Sayyid, which ruled from 1414 to 1450, and final family was Loris, which ruled from 1450 to 1526. See, in 1526 we have something called as Battle of Panipat. In Battle of Panipat, Babur defeated the last king of Lodi, that is Ibrahim Lodi, and established his own dynasty called as Mughal dynasty. So this is the correct chronological order. That means first are slaves, second Khiljis, third Tughlaqs, fourth Sayyid, and fifth is Loris, and sixth will be Mughal. So what is the correct answer? Correct answer is 6, 5, 1, 4, 2, 1, 3. That means option C is correct. Be very careful with this kind of questions. We'll move on to the next question. Next question is a direct question. Look at the question. Look at the question. The greatest Mughal emperor of India is contemporary to which of the following emperors in India? Right? See, again, contemporary questions are very, very important questions in the history, because any examination, particularly UPSC examinations like CDS as well as CAPF exams, will compulsory consist the question of contemporary events. Right? See, in this question we are asking which king is contemporary to the Akbar. So who is Akbar? Akbar is known greatest Mughal emperor and greatest emperor of India. So Akbar is contemporary. And the options here given are, see, all the options which are given are very important. First option is Sri Krishna Deva Raya, who is the greatest king of South India of Vijayanagar Empire. The most greatest king of South India will be Sri Krishna Deva Raya. And second option which is given is, that is Chhatrapati Shivaji, a very well-known person and a very famous personality. He is called as King of Marathas. And C option is Muhammad Quli Qutub Shah, the person who constructed a greatest city called as Hyderabad, again a great personality. And fourth option is D. Rani Rudramadevi, very important, famous female ruler of the India, and one of the very less famous ruler of India, female ruler of India, that is Rudramadevi. Right? Now, so Akbar is contemporary of which of the following? Right? When we see these options, all options are very familiar and we will confuse with all the options. Right? So we should know the persons who are contemporary to each and every one. Since Sri Krishna Deva Raya was contemporary to him, Sri Krishna Deva Raya was contemporary to a very great king called as Babur. He was contemporary to founder of Mughal dynasty, that is Babur, and Babur is the grandfather of Akbar. That means Akbar is very, very younger than Sri Krishna Deva Raya. And Chhatrapati Shivaji is the contemporary of Aurangzeb, and Aurangzeb is great grandson of Akbar. That means Shivaji is very, very younger than Akbar, and Quli Qutub Shah is contemporary of Akbar, and Rudramadevi is contemporary of many sultans. And Rudramadevi is contemporary of many sultans. So now what is the answer? Answer is C. Quli Qutub Shah. Akbar is contemporary of very great Qutub Shahi ruler, Quli Qutub Shah, who constructed Hyderabad city, and Akbar frequently visited the court of Quli Qutub Shah because it is considered as Quli Qutub Shah is a very good friend of Akbar. So answer is C. Quli Qutub Shah. Right. So we'll move on to the next question. Again, this question is on Akbar. Right. So read the question. Very interesting question. Why Akbar got the title the Great? I repeat the question. Why Akbar got the title the Great? Options. A. As he won the battle of Panipat 2. B. As Akbar gave new religion Din-e-Ilahi. C. As Akbar abolished jizya. D. Due to his gigantic personality. See, the question is, why Akbar got the title the Great? Let us see the meaning of Akbar. What is the meaning of Akbar? The meaning of Akbar in Persian means the Great. That is why our fellow Muslim friends, when they start their masjid, when they start their prayer in the masjid, see, they will be starting their prayer with Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar means Allah the Great. So what is the meaning of Akbar? Meaning of Akbar means great. So who gave this person the title Great? So what is the real name of Akbar? Real name of Akbar is Jalaluddin Muhammad. Real name of Akbar is Jalaluddin Muhammad. So the person called as Jalaluddin Muhammad got the title Akbar. So who gave him the title? Akbar. Right. See, if a king wins the battle, no one will give the title because battle is between two kings and the defeated king will never give the title. So option A is wrong. Right? Even though Akbar won the battle of Panipat, Akbar did not get the title the Great. And B option, as Akbar gave new religion Dine-e-Ilahi, and it is 100% correct that Akbar gave the new religion called as Dine-e-Ilahi. It is a combination of all the religions which are present there. But Akbar did not get the title as he gave the new religion, that is Dine-e-Ilahi. But Akbar got the title from the people because people wantedly call this person called as Akbar, that is great, because he abolishes something called as jizya. What is jizya? Jizya is a non-Muslim tax. If any non-Muslims are present in India, starting from sultans, all the non-Muslims should pay tax to the emperor. That tax will be called as jizya. So Akbar abolished jizya. That means now in the kingdom of Akbar, even Hindus and Muslims can live with the harmony. So both Hindus and Muslims are equal in the court of Akbar, and Akbar is the only person who officially removed the tax called as jizya. So people call him with the title called as Great. So Great means Akbar. And the D option, due to his gigantic personality, remember a very important shortcut. All the great people in the history are not having any gigantic personality. You take any great personalities in the history, take Ashoka, take Sri Krishna Deva Raya, take Akbar, take any great persons. No great person is in gigantic personality, and no great person is handsome, and no great person is tall. All the great persons are very short people. All the great persons are very all the great persons are not that good looking people. See, generally, if you think Akbar, we think that Akbar is nothing but Hrithik Roshan because we have this movie called as Jodha Akbar, right? But in the Jodha Akbar is shown as Hrithik Roshan. Hrithik Roshan will be having like a six-pack body, a very thin waist, right? But Akbar is not Hrithik Roshan because Akbar will be having a very big tummy, as Akbar is very very obese from the childhood. So option D will be completely wrong. So let us move on to the next question. Next question is match the following question. Next question is match the following question. See, here are some constructions, and list 2 is people who constructed these constructions. Right? A. Ibadat Khana, B. Qutub Minar, C. Bibi Ka Maqbara, D. Shalimar Bagh. And list 2 is Akbar, Iltutmish, Aurangzeb and Shah Jahan. Right? Generally, if we think Shah Jahan, we will be getting into our mind that is Taj Mahal, but there is no Taj Mahal in this question. So be very careful now. See, Qutub Minar. Qutub Minar is the first minar constructed by the Muslims in India. Qutub Minar was started by Qutbuddin Aibak, but it was completed by Iltutmish. Because Qutbuddin Aibak died due to an accident, and death of Qutbuddin Aibak is the first accident in medieval history. Qutbuddin Aibak died by falling under his own horse. So, after the death of Qutbuddin Aibak, who completed the Qutub Minar? Iltutmish completed Qutub Minar. So Qutub Minar was constructed by Iltutmish. Bibi Ka Maqbara. Bibi Ka Maqbara is considered as duplicate Taj Mahal. Bibi Ka Maqbara is considered as duplicate Taj Mahal. This duplicate Taj Mahal was constructed by someone called as Aurangzeb. Because Aurangzeb constructed this duplicate Taj Mahal or Bibi Ka Maqbara for his beloved wife in the place called as Aurangabad. So in India we are having two Taj Mahals. One is original Taj Mahal present in Agra, and second one is duplicate Taj Mahal present in Aurangabad. And the name of the Aurangabad Taj Mahal is Bibi Ka Maqbara. Right? Again, Ibadat Khana. Ibadat Khana was constructed by Akbar. What is Ibadat Khana? Ibadat Khana is the religious place which is constructed by Akbar, because Akbar gave a new religion, Dine-e-Ilahi. That means he supported all the religions. When he supported all the religions, he was regularly having meeting with all the religious heads. So to meet with all the religious heads, he constructed a new building called as Ibadat Khana, which was constructed by Akbar. And Shalimar Bagh, last option, Shalimar Bagh, which was constructed by Shah Jahan. Shalimar Bagh is a very beautiful garden present in Kashmir. Shalimar Bagh is a very beautiful garden which is present in Kashmir, which was constructed by Shah Jahan. But original Shalimar Bagh is present in Lahore, which was constructed by On the design of the Lahore Shalimar Bagh, Shah Jahan constructed Shalimar Bagh in Kashmir. So, what is the correct code now? Ibadat Khana, Akbar, Qutub Minar, Iltutmish, Bibi Ka Maqbara, Aurangzeb and Shah Jahan. Sorry, Shalimar Bagh, Shah Jahan. So, correct answer is 1, 2, 3, 4 and option A is correct. Let us move on to the next question. Read the next question. Read this question. So this question is again based on the statement orientation. First statement. Alauddin Khilji is the first person in history to control market prices. Right. If we check with this question, no king in the history dared to control the market prices. What is controlling market prices? Controlling market prices, fixing the price of a product, and throughout the country that price is mandated. That means any dealer who is dealing with that product should sell that product with the same price. For example, if I take this marker in my state will be 10 rupees, in the adjacent state will be 11 rupees. If I take the same marker in the northeastern state, again it will be 5 rupees or 6 rupees. Right? If I change the state, the price of marker is changing. But what is controlling of market prices? If even though I change the state, the price of this marker should not change. Best example is stamp. Anywhere you go in the country, the Indian stamps will not change. The price of Indian stamps is the same. That is called as controlling of market prices. No one dared to control the market prices, but only person who controlled market prices is Alauddin Khilji, because he wanted to remove the black market. Hence he controlled the market prices. So statement 1 is correct. Second statement. Muhammad bin Tughlaq introduced new coins Tanka and Chitar. Yes, it is correct. Islam people introduced new coin Tanka and Chitar, but it is not Muhammad bin Tughlaq, it is Iltutmish. Because Iltutmish is the second sultan, taken as second sultan, but actually is the third sultan, because after Qutbuddin Aibak, his son ruled the empire. His son was incompetent, so Iltutmish killed his son and Iltutmish started ruling. So Iltutmish is the first great king of sultans. So Iltutmish removed all the Hindu coins and gave two new Muslim coins called as Tanka as well as Jitar. So statement 2 is wrong because Iltutmish introduced new coins Tanka and Jitar. And statement 3. Iltutmish tactfully saved his infant kingdom from wrath of Genghis Khan. Yes, it is correct. Iltutmish is the person who saved India from the wrath of Genghis Khan. Who is Genghis Khan? Genghis Khan is the Mongol invader. Genghis Khan was coming to India by chasing two persons, that is Jalaluddin Mongubandi and Khazarin Khan. Jalaluddin Mongubandi and Khazarin Khan came to Iltutmish for the asylum, but Iltutmish with his intelligence, he did not give asylum to these two people, but he diverted them towards Central Asia. When this Mongubandi and the Khazarin Khan was diverted to Central Asia, even Genghis Khan was diverted to Central Asia, and Genghis Khan did not come to India. Right? See why we are saying wrath of Genghis Khan? Because whatever countries which are occupied by Genghis Khan, today that countries are not present on the list of either developed countries or developing countries, and they are present in the list of underdeveloped countries, and these countries are very, very bad condition. If Genghis Khan came to India, India would be also in a very bad condition. So Iltutmish tactfully saved his kingdom from the wrath of Genghis Khan. Right? So for example, if you take country like Algeria, if you take country like Albania, if you take country like Estonia, these are the countries which we don't know. All these countries are ruled by Genghis Khan. So Genghis Khan is a very, very cruel person. There is a saying that if I randomly select 200 people from the complete world, if we randomly select 200 people from the complete world and keep them in a room, and I take the DNA of the 200 random people, one person's DNA will be matching with the DNA of Genghis Khan. See, that is the wrath of Genghis Khan, and Iltutmish saved his infant kingdom, that is Kingdom of India, from the wrath of Genghis Khan. So statement 3 is correct. And last statement, Ghiyasuddin Balban introduced the concept of Jile-i-Ilahi. Ghiyasuddin Balban introduced the concept of Jile-i-Ilahi and two un-Islamic cultures called as Sizda and Fibos. So what is Jile-i-Ilahi, what is Sizda and what is Fibos? Jile-i-Ilahi is the shadow of God on it. That means emperor should be considered as shadow of God on it. That means you should not come near emperor without any preparation. That means you should not log before the emperor, you should not cry before the emperor, you should not eat before the emperor, because you will not do any such kind of thing before the god. When you go to the temple, you will not eat, you will not laugh, you will not cry. In the temple, you will be with the dignity and respect. So same thing should be maintained before the emperor. That concept will be called as Jile-il-Ilahi, and you should not confuse the concept called as Dine-il-Ilahi. What is Dine-il-Ilahi? Dine-il-Ilahi is that new religion given by Akbar, and Jile-il-Ilahi is the concept given by Ghiyasuddin Balban. Jile-il-Ilahi means shadow of God on it, because when Ghiyasuddin Balban became the king, the serenity of the throne was completely low. People were doing prostitution on the throne, people were sleeping on the throne, people were drinking on the throne. So the position of throne was at clutches. So what Balban want to do? Balban want to raise the serenity of the throne. So he gave the concept called as Jile-il-Ilahi, shadow of God on it, and two un-Islamic cultures. Be very careful, they are un-Islamic. That means these cultures are not present in Quran, are not present in Sharia, they are completely un-Islamic. What is Sijda? Sijda is prostration. Prostration means falling on the feet. Phibos means kissing. Falling on the feet, and phibos means kissing. So whenever you see an emperor, you should prostrate before him, and that means you should fall on his legs and you should kiss the feet of the emperor. That are the two un-Islamic cultures, because Islam will never accept you to go before a human being. You should only go before the God. But Islam never accepts you to be before the human being. But Balban introduced two un-Islamic cultures which are very important in the examination point of view. So among the four statements, which statement is wrong? Second statement is wrong. So what is the question? Which of the above statements are wrong? And the answer is B, only two. So these are some of the most expected questions for this serious examination, and this will be the concept of the examiner's point of view, because in the present days, questions are not based on the facts, questions are based on the concept, right? So for more videos and for more information, follow our channel, subscribe it, like it, and share with your friends. Thank you.